Let me have your attention, please. Everyone, excuse me, good evening. Good evening. Everyone here for the first time, I'd like for you to have sign in on the sign-in sheet. And the reason for it is that we would have your information so we can communicate with you in the future. The other thing I'd like for you to do, I know everyone has one of these. I'd like for you to take it out, and I'd like for you to put it on off, not silent, because the information that's going to be revealed this evening is going to be life-changing for a lot of people. Some going to get it, some not going to get it. But the reason I'd like for you to turn them off, because people's attention span is very short. We hate for anyone to be getting the flow of the information and they're distracted and they lose it. Because a lot of times when you lose your distraction, you don't get it back. So like I said, my name is Ben Burke. We usually start on 7 o'clock, but we're running a little behind today. So what I'm going to do is get straight to it. I don't know how you got here, whether somebody invited you or whatever. If someone invited you here, you should turn around and personally give them a thank you. Because the information here is really life transforming. There's some things that you will really need to know. And I would like to be the person to present it to you, but you wouldn't want me to do that because I'm not the best presenter. The individual that's going to present it to you, he's an entrepreneur, and he's had several successful businesses in this area. He's volunteered and helped the individuals at the Richmond City Jail. He's a family man. Excuse me. He enjoys helping people, and one of the things I like about him is that he has a talent for taking things that seem complicated and break it down and make it seem real simple so most people can understand it. And after he makes his presentation, you will see what I'm talking about. So I'm introduced to some and present to others, and I want you to put your hands together for him, because what he's going to do, this information that he's going to share with you is not something that someone has done somewhere else, and you just have to take their word for it or his word for it. But what has happened, this is something that he has actually done himself. And he's going to share with you the exact plan that he's used to generate thousands of dollars in a very short period of time, which how many of you could use 10, 15 additional $1,000 income in every 4 or 5 weeks, 6, 7 weeks, something like that. If that interests you and you just focus on it, and I'm going to let you stop listening to me because I'm going to be watching him just like you watching him. Just put your hands together, and so we can bring my business partner and friend up here, Mark Hamlin.
Thank you, Mr. Burke. That's my partner there. Everybody give him a hand. All right. This is good, man. We've been rolling together for quite a few years now. And I'm definitely going to write him off on my taxes this year. Whenever I eat, he eats. Well, I'm glad to have you all here. My name is Mark Hamlin. I'm a family man. In fact, when I turned 50 years old, my daughter turned 1. So I got a lot more life to live. Anybody here got a lot more life to live? Absolutely. My friends, they joke me. They said in a couple of years, when you take your daughter to school, you can go ahead to the Social Security office and pick up your check. Yeah, they said, when you get ready to take her to the movies, you can get the double discount, the child discount, and the senior citizen. All right, well, they weren't far from the truth with that one. So, but life is good, and life is really good when you got a few extra dollars in your pocket. Anybody identify with that? Yes. All right, well, that's what we're gonna talk about today. So it's a pleasure and honor to speak before you today. Glad you could all make it. As usual, this room is always full. So we've got a major event coming up. We're going to share that with you a little bit later. But just want to make sure that I'm in the right place. Anybody have any goals that you would like to accomplish? Yes. Raise your hand. Anybody got some dreams that you would like to reach?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. All right. Just want to make sure I'm in the right place. I should have seen every hand go up. And so let me ask you this. If you could do whatever you wanted to do without fear, believing that you have all the resources and the finances to do it, and the support, what would be the most important goal that you'd want to accomplish in your life right now? And how much money would you need to accomplish it? So I'm going to ask a couple of people to answer that question, and we're going to give you 2 minutes. Now, Mr. Burke got a little bell over here. All right, so if you get a little long with it, he's going to ding you. And when he dings you, we all going to clap for you. All right, so one of the things you want to learn how to do, you want to learn how to say your vision in just a couple of minutes. Is that important?
Oh, yes.
Absolutely, because you never know who you're talking to, and you may not have that much time to get it out. Make sense? Absolutely. So here's the 2 questions. What's the most important goal that you want to accomplish? And what's the second question? How much money are you going to need to accomplish it? So let's see who's bold enough to answer that question first. Who has a goal? And you really answered the question. Okay, go ahead, sir.
I have a goal to open up a restaurant, and I'm going to need $100,000.
All right.
That's good.
All right, that's a nice round number, isn't it?
Yeah.
Give me a hand, everybody. And let me ask you this. What kind of restaurant is it going to be? Just out of curiosity.
That I haven't established.
You haven't. All right, so you're working on that part. All right, excellent, excellent. All right, excuse me, who else has a goal? Yes, ma'am. I forgot to ask you, introduce yourself.
I'm Martha Merritt from Petersburg, Virginia.
All right.
I operate a food center. Tri-Cities Food Distribution Center for people that need food. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's on a volunteer basis. Nobody gets paid. Right now, I need money because I need to keep food there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because we make meals. We distribute meals. We don't just distribute something in a bag.
Ah.
And I also just deliver to the high rises, to the people that can't get out, the handicapped. And I need new transportation to do it. And I need money to continue to pay my help.
All right. All right, I like that.
Wow.
How much you think you need?
It's an ongoing thing. It goes on 7 days a week. And I always need food. Always. And like I have sometimes 15, 20 families a week, sometimes more. But to keep me going, I would say $75,000 or $100,000 to keep me going.
All right.
Because
Okay.
I use my own funds.
All right, all right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, and who else? What's your most important goal, and how much money you need to accomplish it? Y'all scared? Go ahead.
Sean Brown.
Yes, sir.
I'm interested in opening up starting my own transportation service.
Okay.
I want to drive buses. Well, I drive buses now for a hospital, but I want to start my own company. I know pretty much everything about the business. I just need the money to get it started.
Okay.
So,
How much would you need?
anything between 25, 50,000.
Awesome. Awesome. Excellent. Thank you so much. All right. So let's take 2 more. What's your most important goal? Yes, sir.
My name is Omar Wiley.
Mhm.
I want you to open up a Tai Chi and meditation center for senior citizens and the elderly and those who may be physically challenged. I also want to help get the homeless off the street. And I think I may need about $1.5 million, not $2 million to get together, get it done, finished.
All right. Excellent. All right. And one more. What's your most important goal? Yes, sir.
Yeah, my name is Master Servant, Mike Cheatham. The most important goal is to reach out for those who need help in any aspect, no matter who their God may be. My God is God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And their name is Yeshua, Jesus Christ. And just I want to be a helping hand for those who are in need, no matter what their circumstance may be, whether it be food, maybe health care, maybe help to pay their rent, operation that I'm asking for funds for is called Take Back Time. So I believe, you know, that we should have and not be in lack. I'm asking for $1 million per year to keep this going to help anybody all over the continent.
That's right.
Not only the continent, the planet.
All right.
That's why
I agree.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So let me ask you this, ladies and gentlemen. If you had the extra resources, would you be willing to support some of the goals you heard mentioned here today?
Absolutely.
Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you have to think real hard about that?
No.
All right. Well, I'm going to show you today how we can do just that. All right? So let's go ahead and get into it. You may want to take a few notes on a few things. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about a phenomenon called crowdfunding. And by the end of this session, you're going to understand what crowdfunding is. You're going to understand what you need to do to benefit by crowdfunding. And you're going to understand how we can partner together to support one another to accomplish our individual goals. So let's go ahead and get into it. What is crowdfunding? Let me just go ahead and see if I can tweak this just a little bit. Crowdfunding is the internet's newest, most exciting phenomenon and social trend for raising funds. It's the idea of passing a basket around at church with a large group of people, being able to contribute small amounts of money, which combined meets the financial goals of any organization, group, or individual. Forbes magazine has an article out, and they say that crowdfunding is the next big trend. That was August 2014. You might want to read that. According to Wikipedia, Wikipedia defines it as the practice of funding a project or venture by raising monetary contributions from a large number of people, typically via the internet. And it is the 21st century fundraising. It's technology. And technology is an accelerator. It causes us to be much more productive. Would y'all agree with that?
Yes.
Absolutely. So let's go a little further. Let's look at some crowdfunding facts. First of all, crowdfunding has been around since 2008. In fact, there's a gentleman who made the decision that he was going to run for the White House. And he knew he was going to need a lot of money. But the traditional fundraising system, campaign fundraising system, wasn't going to work for him. He knew that. So he surrounded himself with some really smart people who understood technology, understood social media, mobile apps, text messages, and he reached out to the American public in a way that had never been done in the history of this country. He raised over $1 billion. Anybody know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
President Obama.
President Obama. He broke some records. Anybody know what the average donation was that he received?
No less than $15.
It was less than $15. That was crowdfunding in action. Can you see that?
Right.
Absolutely. Small amounts of donations from a lot of people. Okay, so I got to get you, and I figured it out later, get this toolbar off the bottom for me. Yeah. But in any event, crowdfunding, right now, there are over 600 crowdfunding websites in the marketplace right now. There are three main types of crowdfunding. There's something called equity. This is the way that businesses get funding when the banks aren't lending. There's something called lending, but the biggest piece of the pie, 71%, is donations. This is money that's given to people to help them. It's not a grant, and it's not a loan, and there's no repayment required. Would anybody like some money like that?
Yes, sir.
All right, but that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, here's the #1 crowdfunding site. It's called GoFundMe. You can Google it. And you're going to find people raising money for all kinds of things every day. Everyday people, just like you and me. For example, medical reasons, volunteers, emergency, education, memorial, sports, animals, business, charity, community, organizations, creative, and much more. Every day you'll see people raising money. And so can you. But you need to understand how it works, and we're going to explain that to you today. Okay? Anybody know this man? This is James Robinson. I'll tell you a story about James Robinson. James Robinson had a job paying $10 an hour. His car broke down, and he couldn't afford to buy another car. So he walked back and forth to work 10 miles each way for over 13 years. And his friends noticed it. And out of the kindness of their heart, they created a crowdfunding campaign on his behalf. The media got a hold of it, publicized it all over the world, and people gave to help the man. You see how much money he has? He got over $349,000. And this is what you need to see here. It was in 1 month, but it took 13,264 people in order to do so. Is that pretty amazing?
Right.
Absolutely. So did he get his car?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. And a few other things along with it, right? Yeah. Now let me ask you this. Did this really happen?
Yeah.
Did the money come from the government?
No.
Was it a grant?
No.
Was it a loan?
No.
Does the money have to be paid back?
No.
Was it legal?
Yes.
Okay, just get these things clear. Okay?
Right.
Now, he's not the only one. Let's go a little further. Now, I want you to remember this. How many people did it take for him to get this money?
13,264.
All right, I want you to remember that. 13,000 people. Is that a lot of people?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. All right, let's go to the next one. This is Natalie. Natalie started a business selling cakes in the flea market. When she got to where she wanted to be, she got her own shop. But when they had the riots in Ferguson, the people looted and destroyed her place. Goodness. Well, she did a crowdfunding campaign, and the people gave over $270,000 so she could renovate her place, make it even better than it was before it was rioted. Is that amazing?
Awesome.
Yeah, man. Now, was this a grant?
No.
Was this a loan?
No.
Does the money have to be paid back?
No.
Is it legal?
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay, how many people? 8,000 people in 4 months. All right? Anybody remember this story? Okay, let's go a little further. This is Vidal, right there. Vidal, he's a student in Harlem, and he decided that he wanted to go to Harvard University. Goodness. And he did a campaign to raise money so he can go to Harvard. He wanted $100,000. How much money did he get?
Over $1 million. Over $1 million.
$1.5 million.
So let me tell you what this exceptional young man did. He set up a foundation so that not only he could go to Harvard, but so could his friends.
Wow.
Goodness. Let me share something with you about crowdfunding. A great project can open doors for you that no man can shut.
Amen.
Woo! Anybody need some doors open?
Yes.
All right now. I just want you to understand there's a big picture here.
Right.
It's much bigger than just you getting what you need.
That's right.
Oh, man. We're talking now. We're talking. You're going to get me preaching up in here. All right? Let's go on. Now, here's a guy, and his name is Kirby. Kirby's Filipino-American. He lives in California, and he partnered with this particular platform I'm going to share with you today. It's called We Share Crowdfunding. And he loves to fly. That's him with his wife up there. It's hard to see. And he wants to create an aviation school. But in the Philippines, where he's from, 8 to 9 typhoons make landfall every year. So Kirby's not just interested in himself. He also wants to help other people. So he wants to use some of the money he raised to help those folks. Is that a good thing?
Right.
Absolutely. So Kirby, with our platform, his real name is Sylvester, he raised $103,000 simply by sharing this concept with just 12 people, and he did it in 62 days. Anybody here use the extra 100 grand by right now?
Yeah.
I heard somebody said they needed 100 grand. All right? Now here's another gentleman. He used this platform I'm going to introduce you to today. His name is Hector. And Hector lost his job. And him and his wife couldn't afford to pay the $850 rent on just her income. So they had to move out of their apartment, and they had to go stay in their mom's basement. Anybody here like to move in with your mom in the basement? All right, so that wasn't any fun, right? And so he went to his church because churches and all kinds of organizations use this platform to raise money. A lot of organizations, they need millions, millions, right? So when you set your goal, don't sell yourself short. Well, in any event, he went to the church. He donated $50 to the church's project, and then he did what the church told him to do. They told him, go and spread the word. Let the people know what you found. So he went out and he told the people, I found a way to get the funding to get my house. The great thing is not a grant, it's not a loan, and there's no repayment required. The money's coming through crowdfunding. Do you know anyone who needs funding for anything? Anybody here speak English?
Yes.
Can y'all say that?
Yes.
If you can say that, you can get all the funding you need for your project. Because that's all he did. He raised $5,000 the first week. That's all he did. He just said that. Now, I have a saying. If you're scared, say you're scared, but talk to somebody anyway.
You never know.
Yeah. Here's the deal. You never know what kind of situation people are in.
That's right.
You trying to sum up what people are going to say to you, and you're not doing what you need to do, which is just spread the word. All right now.
All right.
All right now.
That's right.
So that's Hector. So, by the way, so Hector, you know, we showed you some big numbers a few minutes ago, right?
Right.
But Hector, he raised $27,000. Anybody use a little $27,000 about right now? Okay? It doesn't have to be big numbers.
Right.
It could just be 10,000. It could be 5,000. Are you with me?
Right.
All right, just want you to know you can do that too. Okay? All right, let's move on. So as a result, ladies and gentlemen, crowdfunding is now a worldwide phenomenon that is helping to make the dreams of people just like you and me come true every day. To the tune of $5.1 billion given to people in 2013. In 2012, it was $2.7 billion. Every year for the last 3 years, it has doubled in the amount of money that has been given to people. Last year, 2014, over $15 billion given to people. And the World Bank estimates over $96 billion in the next few years. Crowdfunding is a powerful new global economy. It's now a mainstream way for people to get the funding that they need to do what they need to do. Can you all see that?
Yeah.
In 2013, Facebook and crowdfunding were neck and neck in terms of revenue that they generated. How many people on Facebook?
Over a billion.
That's a whole lot of people, right?
Right.
Well, look at this. Facebook grossed $5.97 billion that year, crowdfunding $5.1 billion. With crowdfunding reaching $15 billion in 2014, it has now outperformed Facebook by billions of dollars. Is that pretty serious?
Yes.
Bigger than Facebook now, that's powerful. Powerful enough to fund any project, big or small, that you may desire. So let me ask you, do you have a dream, a project, or an aspiration that's close to your heart? And what is your dream? Perhaps you want to start or expand a business. You want to build or renovate a church. You want to create a project to make the world a better place. You want to fund home improvements. Maybe you want to pay off some college loans, pay off some weddings. Maybe you want to buy a new car or a new home, or you simply want to beef up or build up your retirement account, and you want to pay off some loans, some bills, some mortgages. Maybe you simply just want to be debt-free. Anybody here want to be debt-free? Yes. Well, these are all reasons to do a crowdfunding campaign. Okay? So now, when you look at crowdfunding as a whole, there's a few things that you want to understand. First of all, they all charge you a fee or a percentage of your donations for using their platform. They require you to do all your own marketing. That means that you have to contact hundreds or thousands of people through your own efforts to ask for contributions. And in many cases, if you don't reach your goal within a certain time limit, they will actually turn the donations back to the donators. So it has some drawbacks. So this type of crowdfunding is called direct funding. And I want to explain to you how it works. So you write your project, and then you choose a platform that's going to host it. But then it becomes your responsibility to do your own promoting. The projects that raise the most money already have a large database of supporters or people who know, like, and trust them. Anybody here on Facebook?
Yeah.
Anybody here, you have over 2,000 friends on Facebook? Anybody have over 5,000, let's see, 4,000 friends? Okay? Most people don't have that many friends. Are you with me? Okay? So, firstly, you need a whole lot of people that know you. Because when you put your project out there, the people who are going to give to you, they're the people who already know you, not the strangers. Are you with me?
Right.
Okay? Or you have money to advertise, to promote it out there. Also, you may have a team of people promoting one singular project. And if you're lucky and you have a media-worthy project, you might get media attention, like James Robinson did. Can you all see that?
Yeah.
So these are the resources that you need to be successful with crowdfunding. All right? Unfortunately, most projects don't have this. And only a small percentage of people and projects actually get funded. So it's a great phenomenon, but most people don't know how to utilize it. So can anybody tell me what percentage of GoFundMe projects do not get funded.
90%.
About 80%. That's a pretty big number, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because primarily they don't understand what's involved and also the type of platform that it is. All right? So I'm going to tell you about what makes us different, because we are a crowdfunding platform just like them. All right? First thing is direct funding with us is free. And we're going to give it to you today as our gift from us to you just for showing up today. Is that a good thing? You ever received that gift?
That's a great thing.
All right. Okay. Now, first of all, we don't charge you to host your project.
Right.
Second of all, we don't collect your donations. Your donations don't come through us. They go directly to you. Third, you receive 100% of your donations. And fourth, although you have to do your own promoting, all the donations go directly to you with no waiting for your money. Are those good features?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because the other crowdfunding platforms, you have to wait 60 to 90 days. You got to jump through all these hoops and all this red tape to get your money.
Right.
So with us, do you have to pay to host your project?
No.
No. Does the money go directly to you?
Yes.
Do you get 100% of the money?
Yes.
Do you have to wait for the money?
No.
And how much does it cost?
Nothing.
It's totally free. We just gave that to you just for showing up. All right, you could have been home watching Family Feud or something. Making Steve Harvey rich, right?
Yeah.
But you came out today, so you just got blessed for that. So now, to do that, all you need is the desire to help yourself. That's it. You just need the desire to help yourself. Does everybody want to help themselves?
Yes.
Some people don't, right? Some people want a handout, right?
Right.
All right, but I don't think that this is that kind of crowd. But let's go a little further. Now, with direct funding, for the most part, you're pretty much on your own. There's still some drawbacks right there. Because you have to continually go out and find people who are going to donate to you. Are you with me?
Yeah.
And most people get tired, so they stop. All right? So today, we're going to share with you a revolutionary new way to accelerate your funding efforts for any campaign you may have. You may already have a campaign out there. We're going to show you how to accelerate that so you can raise much, much more. All right, you want to hear it?
Yes.
Okay, now here's the key right here. And in the process, help many others do the same. Because it's one thing for you and I to get to where we need to be, but it's another thing if we can help somebody else get to where they want to be. Are you with me? That's true greatness. Anybody here would like to help somebody?
Amen.
All right now. So let's go a little further into this concept. What I'm going to introduce you to is something called accelerated funding. And I want to share with you the benefits of it. Number one, instant donations. Can anybody use some instant help right now?
Oh, yes.
All right. Cash donations. Can anybody use some cash?
Oh, yes.
Compounded donations. Matching donations. Continuous donations. Infinity donations. International donations. And you can also help other people get donations too. All right? Oh, yeah. Now we're going to break it down for you. We're going to break it down for you, okay? Anybody here got some faith up in here?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Anybody here still believe?
Yes.
Anybody here still got hope?
Yes.
That's right.
Okay. All right. We're going to put it to work. We're going to give you an opportunity to put it to work. See where you really are, because we live in a very pessimistic society. Am I right? You turn around, there's so much negative news, it's not even funny. Oh, my goodness.
Right.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, now. So we're going to give you something positive right now. We're going to see whether or not you can receive that. So let's go a little further. So now, first thing we need to do, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to help you get your head right. Because you got to get your head right to get your money right. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. See, we got a lot of stuff going on around us, and it has affected us. So I want to get you in the right frame of mind so you can understand where you are and see the big picture. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. First thing you need to know, ladies and gentlemen, we had a mortgage meltdown in this country. Some people say it's still going on. A lot of people lost their 401ks and their retirement disappeared right in front of their eyes after 40 years of working. Are you with me? And now they're in the upper age and they can't produce like they used to. That's a tragedy, am I right?
Yes.
Is it a tragedy for you to pay on your mortgage 15, 20 years and then the people come and take your house from you? That's a tragedy. But you need to understand this. Mortgages have only been around since the 1930s. So before the 1930s, there were no mortgages. Mortgages were invented by the insurance companies. So here's the question: what did people do to build houses before mortgages existed? People actually helped each other build houses and homes. People came together and they actually supported each other. What a novel idea. So now you're living beside your neighbor, you don't even know each other.
Right.
You're with me?
Yes.
Okay? So now, this is how it works. You first had to lend your time and your talents. Maybe all you could do was cook. You just cooked while the men and everybody else worked. Are you with me?
Right.
But you had to do something.
Right.
You lend your time and talents in the community to help someone else build their house, and when the time was right, the community would come over and help you build your house.
Right.
Is that a good thing?
Yes.
Absolutely. Because it had nothing to do with how much money you had. It had nothing to do with what your resources were. It had to do with your relational capital, who you knew.
Yes.
Yep. Listen, if you're connected with the right people,
Right.
you got everything you need.
Yep. That's right.
It's when you're out there by yourself, that's when you struggle.
Exactly right.
When you don't have nobody to call on, that's when you struggle.
Right.
And that's how most of us live today. Okay? Let's go a little further. So, by the way, people still do that today, by the way. The Amish do it. The Mennonites do it. Some religions do it when they build churches. There's an organization out there called Habitat for Humanity. Anybody heard of them?
Yes.
But here's the deal. They didn't invent the concept. The concept goes back way into ancient history, even before the Israelites. Okay? In difficult situations, people found a way to come together
Right.
and to help each other. Okay? Let's go a little further. Here's another concept I want to share with you. It's called ROSCA, Rotating Savings and Credit Association. Around the world, it's better known as the Poor Man's Bank. Now, here's how that works. Participants make regular contributions to a fund, which is distributed in whole or in part to each contributor in rotation. So let's say you had 5 people, and each of the 5 would agree to put so much money in the fund for 5 months. So let's say each person is putting $1,000 in the fund each month. How much money is in the fund right now? $5,000. And how many people is 5, right?
Right.
So each month, one of the parties will get to take the whole $5,000, go start a business, or to go fund a business. Now, this was not based on your credit report. This was based on your social credit, which was your ability to keep your word and to be a man or woman of integrity. So you had to agree to keep putting that $1,000 in the pot in the fund for 5 months, even after you had received yours.
Exactly right.
You with me? Now, if you did not keep your word, it would go around the community and no one would deal with you like that ever again, because it was all about honor, something that's lacking today, especially amongst companies. Are you with me?
Right.
So this is how people help themselves. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, this has been going on around the world. In Latin America, it's called tandas. In Mexico, it's called cadenas. In West Africa and Caribbean, it's called susu. In Asia, it's called we. In Brazil, it's called quinila. And in India and Pakistan, it's called the ko. And so you look around, you see certain groups coming to our country and establish themselves economically and purchase businesses, but you don't understand how they did it. They came together and they helped each other. Goodness. You'll see that? All right? So I just got to help you all. Just got to help you all. Let's move a little forward. Well, that's what cooperative crowdfunding is. That's what we're about to introduce you to today. It is simply people working together in the same way to create wealth for each other. Did anybody use a little wealth?
Yes.
Now, Napoleon Hill said this. He said, it is literally true that you can succeed best and quickest by helping others to succeed. Would y'all agree with that?
Yes.
Rather than doing it by yourself, paycheck to paycheck. Because listen, as a group, ladies and gentlemen, we are wealthy. But individually, we struggle to make it paycheck to paycheck. Yes, that's right. Now you can raise unlimited funds via crowdfunding for your favorite dream, project, or personal aspiration, and in the process, share it forward and help other family, friends, and business connections do the same. Truly, this is the spirit of people helping people. Have you got some sign-up forms? Can you pull those out? We're just going to get some forms out. what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through this. And at any point that I'm going through this, and you have not partnered up with us, and you know you want to partner up with us, raise your hand. Mr. Birch is going to give you a form, and you can start filling that form out. And you're going to understand the importance of filling that form out as soon as possible. We'll get into that in just a minute, okay? All right, so at any time during this presentation, you say, hey, Mark, listen, I heard enough. I want to partner up with you. You just raise your hand. He's going to give you a form. You start filling that form out, okay? All right. Raise your hand high so I can see you, okay? Now, truly, this is the spirit of people helping people. So I'm going to read a couple of disclaimers for you. Okay, crowdfunding, cooperative crowdfunding is not a business. It's not an income opportunity. It's a donation distribution formula. And it's purely based on crowdfunding, and we make no claims or guarantees of the contributions that your project will receive. Each individual's project success depends largely on his or her commitment, desire, and personal efforts. So the amount of money that a person raises depends on what? Depends on you. Depends on your effort, right? So is this a handout?
No.
No, there's some work you got to do. Yeah? And the more work you do, the more help you get. You're going to understand that here in a moment. Okay? Now, cooperative crowdfunding is referral based. What we do is we share the concept with others. And when they need help, then they partner up with us. All right? So our job is to spread the what?
Word.
Spread the word. That's it. Spread the word. So cooperative crowdfunding is referral based, and the following example I'm about to give you is not typical and it's hypothetical. In the real world, it will never happen this manner. Some project managers refer 5, some 2, some 1, and some none. But some will refer many more, so each situation is unique. Your total financial risk is only the initial donation that you make to your refurbished project, which is non-refundable and a personal choice. To join the community, you must give in order to what?
Receive.
Receive. What are you going to give? You're going to give a donation to the project of the person or the organization that referred you. Now here's the deal. It's just a one-time donation. You never have to go back in your pocket again. There's no monthly fees. There's no ownerships. It's just a one-time donation, and 100% of that donation goes to the project of the individual or the organization that referred you. All right? So how many times do you have to go in your pocket?
One time.
Do you have any monthly fees?
No.
Do you have any ownerships?
No.
Do you ever have to go back in your pocket again?
No.
When you make that donation to the project of the person or the organization that referred you, how much of that money do they get?
100%.
They get 100%. Okay, just want you to get that part right there. Let's go a little further. Now, in this presentation, we just want to give you a taste of how it works. We have other presentations that go into more detail. We got a live training. Once you join us, you need to come to the training, which is Saturday at 10 a.m. We'll give you the information a little later. Okay? So, I'm going to explain this to you. This is called the donation distribution formula. Okay? Now, what you have here, you have a community of projects that started before you. Very simple. So right here is the project that referred you. Right here is the project that referred them. And the project that referred them. Who's this right here? The project that referred them, right? So these are just the projects within our community that started before you. And it's all kinds of projects. This person right here needs a van because his son is handicapped. And the van is breaking down. He needs $40,000 or $50,000 in order to get a new one. Okay, this person right here, he has an after-school project. And he services 700 children after school, but his bus, he needs a new bus. All right, so he needs to raise $28,000 for that. This person right here, he has a program where he teaches and empowers people and shows them how to become financially independent. So he wants to raise the money so he can teach more. So what you see here are all different kinds of projects of people doing things just like some of the things that we're mentioning. Okay? So now, first thing you want to do if you want to join this community and raise money fast, how many of y'all like to raise money fast? All right? You're going to donate a one-time $200 out of your pocket to the project of the person that referred you. How many times do you need to do that?
One time.
Just one time. You're going to understand why you're going to want to do that. Okay? So now, you donate that $200 to the project of the person who referred you, and now you're in the community. Once you're in the community, now it's time to do what?
Spread the word.
It's time to go to work. All right, what's the word? Here it is. I'm going to give it to you. I found a way to get the funding for my project. The great thing, it's not a grant, it's not a loan. and it's no repayment required. Where's the money coming from?
Crowdfunding.
Crowdfunding. Do you know anyone who needs funding for anything? Can you say that?
Yes.
Absolutely. All right, so this is what you do. When you register with us, you say that to at least 10 people the first week. Can y'all do that?
Yes.
Say that to at least 10 people the first week. And we're going to say in this example that 5 of them decide to participate. And they're going to make a donation to your project, we're going to say, of $200. So the first one is a sports team. They donate $200 to you. The second one is a gentleman who wants to raise money to fund a business. The third one is a student who wants to pay for his college. He wants to graduate debt-free. Isn't that a great idea?
Yes.
The next one is a lovely couple that want to get married. And finally, it's a young lady. She's an author, and she wants to self-publish her own books. All right? So now, you have 5 individuals who want to donate to you, and they're going to donate $200 to you. So how much money is that?
$1,000.
All right, you're graduated from high school, I see. All right, 5 times 200, that's $1,000. Now, let me ask you this. How much of that money do you get?
All of it.
You get all of it. Anybody use the extra $1,000 right now? All right, that's how powerful this is. That's how quickly you can start raising money for your project. Just that fast. Okay, now, this is what happens. We have a community here. All right? Now, I'm going to show you how, when we work together, we can raise a whole lot more than just you going out and referring people by yourself. See right here? You can refer as many people as you want right here. You can refer 5, 10, 15, 20, or you can do like me. I've referred almost 100 people in 5 months. All right? How much money is that? 100 times 200.
20,000.
Anybody use that to 20,000?
Yeah.
Okay, all I did, that's all I did. Okay, I'm just telling you. Okay, so you can keep going that way as far as you want. Unlimited, right?
Right.
But we're not talking about that because that's you working by yourself. We're talking about what happens when a community comes together. Now, if you want to activate the community, this is what you do. You take a little bit of your overflow and you don't consume it on yourself. You take it, you share it with another project within our community.
Right.
All right? And it's this project right here. Uh-oh. How much are you going to share with them? We're going to say that you're going to share $320. Now, here's the question. Where did the $320 come from?
$1,000.
Came out the 1,000. Did it come out your pocket?
No.
No, because you never have to go back in your pocket again. All you have to do is what?
Spread the word.
That's all you got to do. Man, I'm getting ready to get excited, boy. I'm getting ready to get excited up in here. So now, what happens with that $320? It gets divided with these 3 projects right here. You're not just funding one project, you're funding 3 projects.
Wow.
This is how it works. Half of it goes to this project. 25% of it goes to that project,
Right.
and the other 25 goes to that project.
Awesome.
Woo-wee! All right, all right. I got to contain myself now. All right? So now, this is what you did. You gave out of your abundance to somebody else. Is that a spiritual principle?
Yes.
Listen, when you operate your business and you live your life according to spiritual principles, things have a way of going well for you.
That's right.
You agree with that?
Yeah.
Jesus, amen.
All right, so now this is what's going to happen. We're going to work with these 5 so they can refer 5. What's 5 times 5?
25.
All right, all right. You got a diploma. You got some diplomas up here. Okay, so 5 times 25 is, 5 times 5 is 25, right?
Right.
Okay, now, because you made this donation right here,
Right.
when these 25 projects that are coming, when they make this donation here, it's going to you.
Say it again.
That's right.
Because you didn't consume all that money on yourself, and you were generous and you shared it with someone else within our community, you now qualify to receive donations from other projects that are coming after you within our community. They referred 5 each. That's 25 projects. This is how much you're going to receive. You're going to receive 160. That's $4,000. Whoa. Just that fast. Just that fast. Anybody here use extra $4,000? Okay. Okay. All right. Well, hold on to your seat because we're just getting started here. Okay? Now, are you going to consume that $4,000 on yourself?
No.
No. Because if you understand what's happening here, you're going to take a little bit of that $4,000 right there, and you're going to share it with these next 3 projects right here. Wow. Now, how much are you going to share? $640. Just a little bit. And that $640 to be shared with these 3 projects. 320 goes to number 3. 160 goes to number 4. And 160 goes to number 5. Ooh. So now you're qualified to receive donations from the projects that are coming after you. This is what you need to understand. The firstest is the mostest. Now this is what you need to understand, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready to do a major event. We just did one about a week ago. We had 300 people show up. We got another one coming. We're going to have 600 people in 3 weeks. And you can participate. If you're in position before that happens, oh man, goodness gracious, man, you're going to be shouting and you're going to be stomping. Yeah. Now here's another thing. After that, we got another one. 1,500 people within 30 days. Now, as I mentioned earlier, as soon as you're ready to get started, just raise your hand. He's going to give you the paper. Okay? Let's keep on going. So now, here we go. 25, they're going to refer 5 each to. What's 25 times 5?
125.
125. Oh my goodness. So 125 times 320. How much is that?
40,000.
Okay. Now I'm going to go just one more, and I'm going to show you how to raise just as much money as James Robinson did, with just a fraction of the people. Y'all ready? Okay. I don't want you getting scared on me now. Don't be freaking out on me. Can you handle it?
Let's go one more time.
Let's go one more time. Okay, now, those 125, they're going to refer 5 each. What's that?
625.
625. All right, now, first, before that, you're going to take a little bit of this, and you're going to donate it to another project. So you can see donations from the other projects that are coming after you, right? It's $1,280. Would you donate $1,280 out of your $40,000 to help some other people?
Yes.
And to put yourself in a position to receive more help?
Oh, yeah.
Because the way this works, ladies and gentlemen, the more people you help, the more help you get. In our community, we support the projects of one another. Remember I asked you earlier, would you support some of those other projects if you have the resources? That's what we do in our platform. That's why we believe we're going to be the #1 platform in the world. Okay, let's go a little further. So now, what happens with that 1280? 640 goes to project number 4. 320 to project number 5. And 320 to project number 6. So now you're qualified to receive $640 from 625 projects coming after you.
Good man.
All right? Anybody here, you want a life change?
Right.
Anybody here need a breakthrough?
Right.
Anybody here need a breakthrough?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna show it to you right here. Here's the breakthrough right there. 400,000. Now this is what you need to understand.
Right.
How much did they give James Robinson?
349,000.
349,000.
Right.
How many people did it take?
13,000.
13,000 people.
He did it with 625.
5 plus 25 plus 125 plus 625. And let's do this. Let's double it. It's still a fraction of the number of people that James Robinson needed. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when people come together in support of one another. The Bible said that when the people are one, nothing can stop them.
That's right.
That's the solution. I submit to you
Right.
that that's the solution for the middle class in America today, is just come together and work together. Now, this is what you need to know, ladies and gentlemen. You are in the right place at the right time. All you got to do is take some action. That's it. Because we can't do it for you. You got to do it for yourself. But together, we can make it happen for each other.
That's right.
Goodness. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Listen, we're going to pack the hotel out. Then we're going to do it again. Then we're going to go from city to city.
Right. From state to state.
And state to state. And it's international.
Country to country.
All you need, ladies and gentlemen, is a little bit of faith. Just a little bit of faith. You got to be careful of who you listen to. That they don't understand. The thing is that you need to understand, and then you need to put the action behind it. That's all you need. Forget about all the rest of the stuff. It don't mean nothing.
Right. Keep talking.
This is how dreams are realized, y'all. This is how dreams are realized. Yeah, this is how dreams are realized.
Amazing.
Did y'all get that?
Yeah.
Is that a great explanation?
Yes, it is.
It is off the chain, y'all. Off the chain. What do you think about that, Mike? Let's go on. What makes this so powerful? It's the power of multiplication. This is why our shared community crowdfunding platform is so different. We use multiplication rather than addition. Addition is you going out, doing it by yourself. 40 hours a week, week after week. Goodness, year after year. 40 years, then you retire and you still don't have enough. Because you're trying to do it by yourself. Goodness. But when we partner together, we leverage our relationships, our connections, our influence, our resources, our energy, and nothing can stop us. Just stay in the boat, folks. Just stay in the boat. Give the thing a chance to work. Keep on talking. Stay in the boat and look and see where you're going to be. $50,000, y'all.